Quantity or size of dozens of products has gotten smaller without a corresponding decline in prices, adding to growing public complaints about shrinkflation practices.
국내 유통되는 수십 가지 제품의 크기와 용량이 줄었으나 가격은 그에 맞춰 내리지 않아 기업들의 슈링크플레이션 관행에 대한 소비자들의 불만이 커지고 있습니다. Have you ever opened a packet of crisps or chips, whatever you call them in America and Canada, and gone, what
Oh,
is this? Like half is just air.
That's kind of the most noticeable one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is bags of potato
The
chips.
packaging might be big, but you open it up and there's only a little bit at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about here.
This type of thing, right? Where you companies downsize the amount of the product you receive,
Yeah.
but they keep the prices the same and the packaging might look the same too. So people don't quite realize, oh, I'm actually getting a lot less for my money now.
Exactly. 여러분도 그런 경험 있으시죠? 예, 감자칩 봉투를 탁 열었는데 공기 반, 그다음 내용물 반. 어떤 때는 공기가 더 많나? 이렇게 생각이 들 정도로 그만큼 용량은 줄어들었는데 가격은 그에 맞춰서 줄어들지 않았다. 이런 얘기를 하고 있는 거죠. This is called shrinkflation.
Shrinkflation, right. So under current laws in Korea, shrinkflation practices are not illegal. But however, what the government now wants, the finance ministry, they want to push to make it mandatory to put warning signs on the packaging. So particularly they want companies, they're going to have to try and change these regulations. This is what they're looking to do, is they want it to be a requirement that countries have to mark a change in unit price on their products. So in that case, like your example of the chips, if the price stays the same and the packaging looks the same, but there's
Less.
fewer potato chips, then the unit price has actually gone up. So that's what they want. They want to make it mandatory that this has to be shown clearly.
So companies will be required. It looks like they'll
It
be
looks like.
required
That's what they're
to do
pushing
that.
for.
Okay. 자, 그래요. 인플레이션 물가 상승 때문에 모든 것의 가격이 오른 것 같이 느껴지는데 거기에 이제 맞춰지지 않은 이 내용물 감소와 그다음에 가격이 지금 맞지 않는 이 상황, shrinkflation 관행인데요. 앞으로는 이제 가급적이면은 그런 것이 표시가 되도록 하겠다라는 얘기가 되겠고요. Let's have a look at the expression here. Corresponding.
Corresponding, right. So in this case, it means similar or matching. Right, so that's how we would understand corresponding. So you can also talk about, when we talk about year over year, or we
Yep.
compare prices to one period of last year, we could call that the corresponding period last year. So prices were up, prices were down, my income was up, my income was down, whatever it is, compared to the corresponding period last year or last quarter.
네. quantity하고 size. 그러니까 그 양이나 사이즈는 줄어들었는데 거기에 corresponding 하는 상응하는 가격, prices는 줄어들지 않았다. 이런 얘기를 지금 하고 있고요. corresponding이 무엇에 해당된다, 상응한다라는 뜻입니다. 자, 그다음에 growing public complaints.
When something is growing, it's increasing. When a person grows, they get bigger. They increase in size. So that's what this means. It means more and more people, the public, the people, are starting to complain.
네, 점점 커지는 대중의 불만을 말하고 있습니다. Here's the headline again. The quantity or size of dozens of products has gotten smaller without a corresponding decline in prices, adding to growing public complaints about shrinkflation practices. Let's take a break.